Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into an essential topic for all crypto enthusiasts: how to keep your crypto holdings safe. We'll explore various storage options and discuss some crucial security rules to ensure your assets are well protected. Let's get started. There are 4 ways to store your cryptos. Each comes with its pros and cons. We will explore each of them in more detail, starting with cold wallets. Paper wallets are well named. Your wallet is literally a piece of paper on which the private key and public address are both written. I create a few of those. You usually open a web page that allows you to generate a new wallet and turn off your internet. From there, you interact with that web page. A common way these websites ensure unique wallet addresses is to use your mouse movements to generate a random key. Once you're done with the random generation, you just print out the details of your wallet, not even saving the result on your hard drive. You can turn back on the internet. Assuming you're doing all of that on a computer that does not contain any keylogger or other malware, this is the safest way to store cryptos, as long as nobody physically comes to your place to steal that piece of paper. It is, however, vulnerable to the loss of that piece of paper. And frankly speaking, it's not the most practical way to use crypto if you intend to perform regular transactions. This method works very well though, and we would recommend splitting the information into 2 pieces of paper, each stored in a different location. You may even want to consider a safe. Paper wallets are now often replaced by hardware storage wallets. The underlying idea is similar. It is a wallet not connected to the internet, hence safe from hackers. You're likely to have heard of the most famous brands offering cold storage, Ledger and Trezor. But just like paper wallets, you're exposed to the risk of theft or loss. You'd also need to back up the seed phrase, and you're back to the #1 problem in crypto. How safely can you store such important information? Anyway, this type of wallet signs transactions offline. However, as soon as you connect an account to a blockchain app, that specific account is no longer cold. Signing an approval with an account compromises its security. Another layer of security with such hardware wallets is the possibility to add a PIN or password to access it. If it gets stolen, the thief would first need to crack the PIN or password to do anything with your wallet. Let's move on to the hot wallets. Hot wallets, also known as software wallets, store private keys on a device connected to the internet. And you guessed it right, it means they are more at risk of hacking. So why would people use them in the first place? Well, they are actually much easier to use. If you're performing multiple transactions a day, it may be your way forward. Most people have a combination of cold and hot wallets. Most of their assets are stored in cold wallets but regularly sent to their hot wallets funds to be used on a daily basis. Think of it as a current account and a savings account. The former is used with a bank card that can easily be stolen. The latter benefits from a lot more protection. Famous hot wallets include MetaMask, Backpack, Rabbit, Radix Wallet naturally, Magic Eden and Kepler. Finally, a lot of people elect to store their cryptos directly on centralized exchanges. We cannot really talk of a wallet given you don't have the keys to these wallets. Not your keys, not your crypto. You're basically handing out the responsibility for your crypto to a third party. The same way your fiat money is in the hands of banks. One big exception: regulation and trust. Banks are nowadays very well regulated and controlled, with often some form of backing from governments, at least for the savings of retail consumers up to a certain threshold. Centralized exchanges are not. Look at the infamous example of FTX. Millions of users saw their crypto disappear with the bankruptcy of the exchange. Was it predictable? Some may argue that there were signs. Fine. But the reality is that they grew so popular with the endorsement of many personalities, including businessmen and politicians. It created a false sense of safety. Centralized exchanges, however, remain an excellent way to store cryptos for active traders, but you're exposed to 2 risks of hacking. The risk of the platform being hacked, but also the risk of your account being hacked. Once again, most traders also hold cold wallets, to which they would send their profits and long-term positions. We've now gone through most of the wallets that exist. We did not mention a few of them, for instance, sound wallets, not the most practical wallets, we must say. Let's move on to another security concept, the multi-signature wallets, or multi-sig in short. As its name suggests, multi-sig is a signature method that requires more than one user to approve a transaction. It is the equivalent of having two locks to your front door with each key in the hands of a different person. If your partner does not open his/her lock, you will never be able to enter. And the other way around. It is an excellent way for organizations to secure funds. No single individual can sign transactions. While it creates some slowness, especially in the case of parties spread around the world, it also enforces trust. Multisig can be customized. You can create rules on how many signatures are required for what type of transactions. To finish with this topic on security, the main source of insecurity comes from what stands between the chair and the mouse. You. Because crypto is often seen as virtual or even worse, magic money, users tend to be a bit less prudent in their daily use of wallets. The basic principles you use in real life with your bank card shall also apply to your use of cryptos. Would you even tap in your card in a dodgy shop, all of that without reading the amount to be charged? No. Well, you surely should do the same with cryptos. First, check that you are on a legitimate website. Did you click on a link shared by a random X account, or did you type in the URL yourself? Do you fully understand what you're approving, what access you're granting to that dApp? Does that dApp need that much access? What about the gas fees? Are they aligned with what you'd commonly see for that type of transaction? Are you sure you're not too tired to take a big decision? Can't you do that transfer another day when you'll have a clearer mind? Have you double-checked the address and not just the first and last few characters? Are you sure you are not sending money to the address of a user you've never met under the promise of receiving something in return? How well can that person be trusted if so? Are you sure you can afford to lose that amount? All these questions are extremely important to ask yourself. More generally, if things look too good to be true, they unfortunately often are. Finally, make sure that you can afford to lose whatever you transact in crypto. We've seen too many people lose it all just because of a silly mistake or a hack. In conclusion, securing your crypto assets requires a combination of good storage practices and vigilant behavior. Whether you choose cold wallets, hot wallets, or even centralized exchanges, each method has its own risks and benefits. Always stay informed and cautious to protect your investments. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Stay safe and happy investing.